It is the 13th, 14th and 15th of April 2020 that are going to be rather important dates when it comes to you, my gorgeous ARINIES, because something quite significant is going to be presented to you. This is so important because this in itself is going to be also a new starting point, because it's all boiling down on the actual opportunity that you are going to have over these 3 days. 13th, 14th and 15th of April 2020 are going to bring you an opportunity, and this is very important to say because this opportunity is going to come in the form of some kind of invitation. So it's very important to be rather open-minded, and it's very important to understand that at the same time you need to make sure that you are as creative as you could possibly be. You need to make sure that you stay committed to the task at hand, because these 3 days are going to be crucial and very important when it comes to your personal development. Personal development indeed, because on one hand, this is going to be marking an end, a completion of a spiritual journey, of a particular stage of your life that was just dragging, and it caused maybe perhaps a bit of confusion in general. It caused a bit of emotional confusion, but also materialistically this is like a little bit like a weak point that right now I'm talking about, because it caused a certain confusion, and that particular confusion just kind of prevented you to plan the way you would want to plan. So of course this reflects on your whole life. Of course this reflects on the way of thinking. Of course this reflects on things that you plan in your life in general. So this is going to be quite significant. So the 13th, 14th and 15th of April are going to most certainly be important days when it comes to your own transformation, when it comes to like a powerful and important unfoldment in your life. But it's so much to do with the long waiting moment, you know, the moment that you have been waiting for a long time, where you can on one hand express yourself, on one hand you can like also prove certain things to yourself. And this is very important because it's not so much about other people, but it's very much so about yourself, how you feel about the things that you're doing, how you're feeling about your life at the moment, what would you like to change, what would you like to do, where would you like to go next. This is really significant. Not only that this is going to be your element indeed, an important time of the year, because your vibration, personal power, it's going to be quite strong and magnetic. And of course, happy birthday, my gorgeous ARINIES. Happy birthday to every single one of you. I love you so much. But this is not only about the birthday. It also means that this is the time when your personal power will be very strong, and personal power will be very powerful, and it's going to rejuvenate you throughout the month in such a way where there is going to be like the return of the optimism. But when you feel it like 100%, when you feel it like 1000%, then nothing can stop you, and nothing will stop you, because it will rejuvenate you in so many different ways, and the balance is going to be just perfect. Of course, this is your time of the year. This is your element. You're going to be in your element throughout this month, but this particular 3 days are going to be very crucial and very important. I also want to say that you just have to please remember that there are going to be quite a lot is going to be happening. So you see, there are certain things that are going to be quite challenging around you, and it's maybe going to require from you to kind of like to get your attention and to take a certain amount of energy away from you. This is where you're going to learn so much about yourself. This is where you're going to learn so much about your patience. This is when you're going to learn so much about this certain unfoldment that's coming into your life. But at the same time, you're just going to have to remember to do things one step at a time. This is no time to rush. This is nothing to do with, oh, hurry up and rush or anything like that. This is all about you just being as creative as you can at the same time. But this is also going to require from you to have a certain patience, which means that you will be tested over these 3 days. You will be tested in the best possible way. This is going to be a good test. test. This is going to be a brilliant test. This is going to be a fantastic test. There's nothing going to be like, oh my God, they're staring at me, they're testing me. No. Nothing too challenging, nothing too crazy, nothing too weird, nothing too bizarre, nothing strange in such a way where it can kind of drain your energy and make you feel a little bit paranoid, a little bit strange because you know someone is watching you. No, baby, no. This is a rather important time of the year when it comes to your personal development. So you are going to be presented with things around you in a slightly different way. So that's why I just want you to remember to stay committed to the task at hand and just give 1000%. Whatever you do over these 3 days, give 1000%. If you're uncertain, if you're unsure, all you need to do is just go with this amazing, incredible, and absolutely powerful, wonderful flow where your intuition is going to be on 99.9%, like superb, like there is no tomorrow. It is going to be all about an ancient healing wisdom, which means that you are going to be focusing on the right things. You are going to be doing the right things as long as you keep yourself busy and make sure that you're as active as you possibly can be active, because the creativity is the answer. The creativity is the answer. Every single step of the way, every single path you make, every single path you start, all you have to remember is just do not bring yourself down by kind of thinking about something and by kind of blocking certain things from happening and from achieving, blocking certain doors or opening in front of you, to you, for you. We can stop this from happening, sadly, if we are not ready. And if we are not ready, then we are thinking negatively. And if we are thinking negatively, then we are just kind of preventing our own swift change that could happen in our lives. So it's absolutely wonderful, and most certainly this is going to be incredible moment in time, because it's also going to be very much so to do with your personally, what you do, what you want to do with your personal effort. And it's also going to be the time of your life where you will know that you need to bring the certain harmony by basically trying to kind of like adjust certain things. It will be very important to adjust certain things, and there is going to be somebody who's going to have such a great and absolutely wonderful influence on you as well, my gorgeous ARINIES, here at the same time. And this is going to be wonderful because it's somebody who's meant to be in your life, somebody who's part of your life. It's also going to confirm something to you at the absolutely right moment in time. And this is to do with an adjustment. This is to do with a certain edit that you need to do, that you need to make indeed. On another hand, there is also going to be an omen, the sign that you are going to have over these 3 days as well. An omen sign, it's to do with a little cat. It does not be necessarily a little, but it's to do with the cat, and it's to do with the feeling, strong feeling that you're going to have at the same time over these 3 days, day earlier or even day later. You will know as soon as you see like a little cat or a cat, I keep on saying little, but it could be like a tiger, it could be lion, it could be mountain lion, it really depends where you live, my gorgeous ARINIES, but it's the cat. It's going to be from the cat family. This is when you will know at the same time that there is something very important is coming. There is a certain creativity. It's also going to be like very much so boosted at the same time, but you will know as soon as you see the cat. You will know at the same time. You need to pay attention what was on your mind, what were you thinking around the time, and also see what is trying to get your attention mentally and visually, subconsciously and consciously. You need to just connect to every single part of you around you. This is your sphere, this is your energy, this is your power, this is your dimension. So that's where you just need to connect and see what is calling you, what is kind of trying to get your attention. And this is all going to be part of your progress, part of your process, and there is going to be a very important realization for you there and then. It depends also what was on your mind right when you saw this cat. What were you thinking, But the bottom line is this is when you will know that a very important beginning is going to start. Very, very important beginning indeed, and it's to do with an important decision that you are going to make later on based on this, but it's so much so to do with your own gain and the beginning of an absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing experience that you are going to have. And it's going to feel so good because it's going to feel like an adventure, like you want to do this. But just like about a few months ago, you'd be like, no, I don't want to do it. It's just basically, it's like a dried out, lots of energy kind of dried out around this stage, this area of your life, because it was waiting for this particular moment, for this particular point, which is currently karmically going to refresh you in so many different ways. So this is why I'm saying that April is going to be absolutely fantastic and brilliant when it comes to you, my gorgeous ARINIES. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous ARINIES, and it's for April 2020. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, my gorgeous ARINIES. I wish you all the best, my babies, but this is also on another hand going to be rather wonderful moment of achievement, and the energy is going to be just so superb. It is going to be very protective energy that you're going to have at the same time, and very spontaneous energy indeed. It is the number 19, your number in numerology, ARINIES. It's number 1919. It is just, oh my god, you will know that this month is going to be crucial and very important, because it's just you're going to get close to something absolutely massive, absolutely huge, you're going towards a very big change in your life. You're entering like literally from one dimension to another, but it's going to feel so good. It's going to be brilliant, and you will know that something is going to happen. It's going to give you the greatest accomplishments, fantastic feeling, and that in itself, it's going to reflect on you emotionally, and you're going to find out something very important about yourself, about your life, what you have been missing on, and what you need to do in order to kind of like improve your life, like when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your relationships. This is going to be very, very important month indeed. But however, 19 is telling you that this process, this stage of the whole April is just going to be so absolutely mind-blowing, seriously, when it comes to that massive step, enormous giant step that you are going to make, and it's just going to provide you with things that you didn't think that they're going to be available to you already. It's so much so to do with your wishes, so much so to do with what you wanted to do and what you wanted to achieve, but it's also to do with a wonderful element of surprise, which is going to prepare you on things slightly earlier. And this is when things are going to feel absolutely remarkable for you indeed. It is about the satisfaction, my babies. It is about the accomplishment, and it's just so important, because at the same time, the balance is going to bring you important relationships into your lives. These important relationships are going to be the mixture of you having kind of very important social relationships, because this is going to be the month of like a talking, the month of conversation, the month of like an unfoldment when it comes to you finally like kind of reconnecting and connecting with the new people in your life. But most certainly it's going to be like a new relationships, and also very important things are going to unfold and happen with the real and existing relationships in your life, like when it comes to family and people around you and things like that. There is going to be something that is going to take place, which is going to require from you to make like a certain gathering, because the response from you is going to be pretty much needed. You will be very powerful throughout the months when it comes to your own subconscious mind, when it comes to your own intuition. So there will be a little problem that will be going on, that will be unfolding when it comes to your home and when it comes to immediate environment. But you need to understand that really it's going to be so much down to you, because you're going to be holding the power. You're going to be holding this sacred energy. You're going to be holding this absolutely fantastic way out of the situation that there is. This is because you will be very much so powerfully, your vibration is going to be very powerful, so instinctively it's going to be on you to actually put a little bit of light on this particular situation. On another hand, you know what, this month is also going to be crucial when it comes to and really good achievement, but it's all about the actual and outcome that is just going to also on another hand make you realize things that you wouldn't realize before. And it's not that it wasn't there, but this will come with an extra advance, like a success that you're going to have. But as I said, it's not something that you like never thought about before or anything like that, but it's incredible, absolutely incredible what the balance of energy can do, how powerful energy can be when it comes to our lives, when it comes to like basically things that we plan and things that we do and things that we look forward to, this can all be darkened, you know, if we are down, if we don't allow ourselves to expand in direction that we should expand. And this is what it happens, you see, we just slow our own progress. And now the time is going to be absolutely right. It's the combination of spirituality and the normal energy in general. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Work-life balance, material and spiritual prosperity is just going to be rather significant and very important here. But the bottom line is, it's about the advancement that you are going to have, the outcome, but the advancement that is going to make you feel so good, because it's going to be it's going to end up with a little element of surprise where you thought it's going to be like, no, it's going to be bad, you know, it's actually going to be really good. And it's the conclusion, about the conclusion that you will actually have, it's going to be remarkable. And that conclusion is also going to be connected to an important stage in your life when you will see that it's the actual an end of the problem. You know, you're approaching an end of the problem, you know, and that end of the problem that you're approaching, it's also going to happen at around the time when unexpected event occur. This is what's going to happen. An unexpected event is going to occur because you're going to find yourself like somewhere this month. This is why it's going to be so wonderful, and it's going to come with an element of surprise, with an element of secrecy, you know, something secretive is going to happen, but it's going to be really good because you're going to exploring, you're going to be exploring yourself, you're going to be exploring your life, you're going to be enjoying yourself, you're going to go out there and you are going to find yourself being the part of the dimension where you didn't think that you will be, and surrounded by the people that you didn't think that you would be. And this is going to be so important because that moment in time, it's going to create this particular situation where you will know that you will respond to something in a way that you wouldn't respond, and this is just going to be absolutely everything, because this is going to mark this a remarkable and absolutely powerful beginning where you will understand your own power through your own bravery, your own capacity, and the strength is going to be absolutely remarkable. And this is going to be directly responsible for the action that you will make, you know, quite a little bit adventurous but absolutely fantastic. This is going to be very, very active period that you're actually going to have at the same time, but most certainly this is also going to bring you a powerful, an absolutely powerful, remarkable turning point, you know. It is all about the activity and determination that you are going to have, and it's going to be very strong, okay? You're going to have lots of ideas, but one idea in particular is going to take off. One idea in particular, it's going to take off. It's going to take off. It's going to take off. One idea in particular, it's going to take off. This is why I say it's so important, because that idea is just going to be something very important, the little seed, the spiritual seed that was within you, that was inside you, something that you wanted to do for so long, something that you wanted to do so much, you know. Maybe this was all in the back of your mind, maybe this was all a part of your subconscious mind, but there is something very important going to happen here, and this is going to be so important because it's going to bring you balance into your life at the same time. And also, on another hand, it's all about the peace, tranquility, and absolutely wonderful feeling that you're going to have at the same time. And this is most certainly going to be your confirmation. This also means there is a certain justice that you are going to have. Justice, justice, justice. If you started the process of justice, it's going to be brilliant. This is going to be a big smile on your face because you are going to hear very good news. But on another hand, it's an absolutely remarkable and perfect day, perfect month also to actually start some kind of a justice or negotiation, because the time is absolutely right. It's superb. It's actually perfect. On another hand, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, this is very important. When it comes to your health, just make sure that you strengthen your immune system as much as you can. In the morning, you take a glass of water, 1 teaspoon with the actual organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, drink it. And then the last thing at night before you go to sleep, also 1 glass of water, a little teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder, drink it. Very important. It is going to boost your immune system. I can see a little bit of cold and flu, and it's important for you to take this organic acerola cherry powder because it is going to naturally boost vitamin C levels in your body, and that is going to boost your immune system. Or what else I need you to take is vitamin D. I said this before. vitamin D supplement. It needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients, and this is going to be good for your bones, and it's also at the same time going to be good to actually boost your immune system. On another hand, make sure that you avoid aluminium deodorants, and make sure that you're using aluminium free deodorants, because you are going to be sensitive when it comes to aluminium, and aluminium is not good whatsoever. So just make sure that you're using natural deodorants, okay? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now going on the very first date, my gorgeous Aries, this is going to be on the 4th of April. Now the 4th of April is going to be very good, because this is where you will have a control over a situation, an important control over a situation, and this is to do with the last 8 months. You've lost the control a little bit, and you just let that to take over, and that kind of slowed you down a little bit. Now you are going to have a wonderful control over situation, because nothing is going to be able to stop you from the beginning of April. That's how you're going to feel. Nothing will stop you, my baby. It's this energy, what it does, it's incredible. Every time when you feel down and low, you just think like, you know what, just be creative, and through your own creativity you're just going to get rid of this negativity, and you're going to be doing this throughout the month very successfully indeed. So this is all about control over situation through your strength, courage, and energy, determination, okay, action, confidence, and very wonderful accomplishment. It's all you're going to hear about, a certain accomplishment, and this is going to be brilliant, because it's to do with the next stage, with the next step, and it's coming in like a material gain. It's absolutely wonderful. And number 9 is going to be a lucky number on this day. Like number 9, you can write on your hand, you can have a little pendant with number 9, because you will attach yourself to this particular energy even more, even further. So therefore your personal development is going to happen even more smoothly, even more swiftly indeed. Do you know, I'm just so happy, because it's to do with the time that was bothering you and worrying you about the money maybe, and financial situation that was causing some kind of insecurity for the future without even realizing. Now this is going to be such a beautiful balance that you are going to have at the same time, and it's all about, my lord, about the actual success, material attainment and advantage. And now 10 weeks later you will start some kind of absolutely mind-blowing process here. You may not even realize, my gorgeous Aries, but exactly 10 weeks later this is going to take off, and you will be able to remember what I said, and you will be able to reflect on this particular month, and you will see exactly where this is all coming from. It's to do with your own rebirth. It's to do with the return of your own power, which will rejuvenate you energetically. But this energy is just your own weapon, my babies, your own energy shield at the same time. Just remember, every time when you bring yourself down with negativity, you just boost this negative nonsense by doing things and by throwing yourself in all sorts of situations, my babies. I highly suggest you to get something like, look at this, Moldavite, very special. Look at this gorgeous Moldavite, absolutely beautiful, very powerful crystal indeed. It's very difficult to get hold of these guys, these crystals. It's very difficult to get hold of these crystals. They're absolutely wonderful, beautiful, and very special, because they help you with your spiritual growth. They help you to make the right decisions. They protect you against negative energy, but they're very good when it comes to your own personal power, to protect your own vibration, even like a radiation and things like that. You know, it's absolutely wonderful. But most certainly it's going to help you when you're looking for the answers, and also in this instance it's very good for the prosperity and for the communication, to express yourself, to say the right things, in particular when you're surrounded by the people who you don't maybe necessarily like, and then they just drain your energy a little bit. This beautiful Moldavite comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description. The link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But Moldavite is something that I highly recommend you to wear throughout April and May indeed. Okay, so the fourth one is going to bring a material attainment. You're going to find yourself in an advanced way. It's absolutely brilliant, and in particular when it comes to your health, if you are feeling drained and tired, now this is going to be a beautiful healing energy as well that is going to come through. It's to do with the stability stability that you didn't have, and this stability is going to become absolutely enormous throughout the month. This is going to be the starting point, like, which is going to revive you in so many different ways. The second important date, my gorgeous Aries, is going to be on the 16th of April. The 16th of April, okay, someone in your life, an important person in your life, it's going to play an important role, because what they're going to tell you is just going to be ringing in your ears. What they're going to tell you is going to be ringing in your mind, and you will know that there is so much about it. You may not understand completely, but you will be drawn to that particular stage indeed. And it's so important because you will know that this is the time when the certain reflection from the past, on the past, is going to bring you an important insight. It's an important moment as well when you're going to knock the door of the past, but not like when something happened, like, oh, I don't like it. No, baby, no. But it's the little part of you that is missing from the past, which means that you're doing great, you're doing brilliant, you're reaching an important stage in your life, but there is still something missing. Certain part of you is missing, that it's making you maybe a little bit unhappy, and you could be so much happier, but it's to do with what you should be doing. So a bit of a redirection, but absolutely mind-blowing moment in time indeed, because it's going to bring you an absolutely transformational insight, and you will know after this moment in time, clearing away the old to make a way for the new. It's going to be remarkable, because you will use this absolutely wonderful feng shui energy, and it's like all about like changing things around you a little bit, and now at the same time you're refreshing your own energy as well. This is going to be an important moment in time as well on the 16th of April, because you're going to have very beautiful harmony and trust. Trust from someone is going to be very important here, very significant, very significant indeed. Just remember, somebody's trust, it's going to be proven to be really good, really beautiful, really important to you, and most certainly it is just going to help you so much, to find your way out of the situation that you're not too sure about anymore. The third important date, it's going to be the 30th of April, 30. The 30th of April, it's all about that, just remember that you're actually going to have a quite important day when it comes to the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. I say this because you're going to be thinking about something materialistic, but in a good way, of course. You're going to be thinking about doing something, about planning something, and something is just going to come into your mind and it's going to surprise you a little bit. But this is very important because this is coming from your spirit guides, from your guardian angels, from your subconscious mind. So here you will have a quite interesting moment, and what is actually going to happen, it's like through a very unusual situation that you're going to have on the 30th of April. You will see what I mean. Through a very unusual situation, you're just going to be able to protect yourself because you're going to act in a certain way, and this is going to be so good because you're going to be testing yourself in a way as well. But on another hand, you're going to be awake to an unknown danger. So the 30th of April will be very important because you're going to be awake to an unknown danger, and this is going to be so good because it's to do with a certain deception, obscurity, and a little bit of like a bad influence and dishonesty, But well, let me tell you something. For the end of the month, this is going to be brilliant because it's going to help you to move on. It's going to help you to see things clearly. It's going to help you to understand things from another level, and that on another hand is going to make you to be very wise, and you're going to surprise yourself. Maybe you would think like, oh no, I would act in this way like normally, like, oh, uncertain, unsure, blah blah blah. But now, my babies, you are actually wonderfully going to surprise yourself, and this is nothing unusual because this is a very wise moment, very wise time for you, and you will be able to go so much deeper when it comes to your subconscious mind. It's all about a wisdom and a serene knowledge that you're going to have, and some kind of common sense at the same time. It's going to prevail when it comes to the certain decision making, but it's so much to do with the hidden emotion that is going to come up to the surface, and you will know that your practicality would have been affected, and you will be like kind of frequently too restrained if you don't follow up. So it's going to be quite good actually. The little unknown danger, it's going to kind of redirect you a little bit and protect you at the same time. Fantastic and very important indeed. Okay, so now basically going on the very first part of the actual April, my gorgeous Aries, you know, this is the time when from the very first day, you will feel a confidence and even it's so good to test yourself, like in a way, like you just remember, if you don't if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. This is my favorite saying, okay? So if you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim. So do not stop yourself, do not block yourself. All you need to do, you just go through. Just knock on the spiritual door and 25 doors are going to be open instead of one. And this is what I'm talking about, because you're going to discover something about yourself as well at the same time. It's about your security and power. This is when things are going to start feeling very real, and optimism and initiative. It's like, oh my God. On another hand, you know, a certain inheritance, you're going to hear about a certain inheritance here, and if you haven't got a family or you haven't got anybody to leave you an inheritance, there is going to be some kind of money that you're going to hear about, that you will be aware of, that is about to come towards your way. On another hand, it's the great time to kind of like maybe invest and things like that at the same time, when I'm seeing this absolutely wonderful energy. When it comes to the certain disharmony about someone, you were affected because you had a certain disharmony when it comes to someone, it's going to be fine. Things are going to come to the surface, because there is a wonderful moment that is going to happen when you're going to realize that the worst is over. You know, maybe you were worrying about something, maybe you were like scaring yourself about certain stage, about something to do with someone where you lost the harmony, and it just ended up being like quite disharmonious, you see. So it's important to say that it's going to be quite good, because now you just have to remember that the worst is over, which is going to be brilliant, beautiful light at the end of the tunnel. It's probably to do with a negative stage in your life. And also you have to remember that you're going to realize that you're not stuck in the past. You must not be stuck in the past as well at the same time. Just remember this, Aries, when you have the contemplation at the beginning of the month, indeed at the beginning of April, there's going to be the contemplation that you're going to have, and just remember, you must not be stuck in the past. And now that is going to bring you such an amazing realization, and you're going to come to terms with something, you're going to realize something, and this, my babies, is going to be an incredible point for you, starting point and turning point at the same time. This is also going to be an important stage when it comes to you realizing that your life is going to start changing in such a wonderful direction very soon indeed. The second part of April, my gorgeous Aries, it's all about your own skill. This is going to become very much so like kind of needed to be changed about you. What you do, where you are, this is going to be the time when you're going to need to think about your personal development indeed. It's what you do, but there is something that is going to come out. Something needs to come out. You're doing something, but you are still missing certain bits and pieces. You're missing certain points. Where can you expand? What can you do? Because this is making you restricted, you know, to be yourself and to be completely free in your own spiritual journey. So it's to do with what you do, but very important discovery that you are going to have, which is only going to be a starting point, but it's just going to unfold into something completely different as the time goes by later on. This is a very important moment in time, as I said, because it's making you restricted. And now after that moment in time, you're also going to release yourself really beautifully, because it's going to become a quite daring situation that you're going to become a part of. All you need to remember is anything daring is going to become an adventure, that it's also going to bring a harmony and balance that you wouldn't normally have. And at around the same time, you're going to be in touch with the person who is going to give you a mind-blowing advice at the same time. And that is going to help you to understand certain chaos and a certain confusion in your life from a different angle. It's important, and in itself, it's going to help you to understand why did you avoid certain responsibility. You know, it's very important, you know, to understand things about lives and about our past. But as I said, sometimes we are not meant to understand until we reach the certain point. And you're reaching this certain point now. By the time we get to the last part of April, it's all about the actual competition, very important competition that you're actually going to have. But this is going to be great honor. This is going to be like a greatest honor at the same time, but you will feel really brilliant, because someone is literally going to come towards you and and someone is literally going to praise you up, and this praising, the way they're going to praise you up, it's going to be incredible, mind-blowing and life-changing, and it's going to be so good because things that didn't make sense are going to start making sense here. But on another hand, it's just going to give you a feeling like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. Yeah, it's all about ready to do things. You use your own wings, my gorgeous ARINIES. They will be very big. You will be able to spread them so much more. They will be very powerful, so you'll be able to fly so much further around your life. So that is going to give you an opportunity to see your lives from a completely different angle, and this is going to be everything. It's just remember, under the last part of April, your intuition will be absolutely superb, very strong, and very, very powerful in many different ways. Your own intuition is also going to be the part of this wake-up call that you are going to have. So at the same time, this is when the certain invocation is going to start through your own radiance within your own focus. Now, this is important to remember. Follow your own intuition, my babies. Follow your own intuition. The last part of April is going to bring you a situation where you're going to be like, oh, I'm not too sure. I have no idea. Oh my God, this is weird. And it's going to be very much so from you required to kind of make some kind of decision or say something, and you're gonna kind of like reach the certain stages of like a certain unconscious mind, where you're just gonna be like, I'm not too sure. But then again, just remember, trust your intuition, and you are most certainly going to have a very strong and powerful intuition at the same time, and that is going to help you to understand something that you wouldn't normally understand, and most certainly you are going to make a right decision. You are going to act in the right way. The bottom line is the last part of April is going to bring you a wonderful, powerful, swift change. It's important because that swift change is going to be just so significant with the time of your life that was bringing you down, with the time of your life that was slowing you down, with the time of your life that was making you feel unhappy, with the time of your life that was making you feel uncertain. This is just going to make so much sense to you. This is all part of your wake-up call, and all part of you realizing how close the certain stage of your life it's about to become when it comes to you making a big change, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment. But this is going to be good because it's to do with the next step in your life. It's important. It's going to lead for you to actually have a celebration. The last part of April, my babies, is going to bring you a celebration of your life, celebration of your energy, celebration of your intuition, because you will make the right decision, and that is also going to bring you conclusion, and that conclusion is going to be everything, because it's going to bring you a whole new perspective, and that new perspective is going to inspire you. It's going to be an incredible moment in time when it comes to you being very artistic and full of ideas as well. But most certainly it's going to be a ridiculously important moment in time. You will want to celebrate. You will want to gather the best people in your life, because you will know that there's so much heaviness will go off, so much heaviness you will be able to get rid of, and that is just going to make you feel so much better. It's important because, at the same time, it's to do with the maybe illusion, certain illusion. It's also, you're going to realize that maybe you were longing on to something that you shouldn't, and that was taking so much of your energy. And this life is just so short on this earth. The life goes by so quick, so there is no point to waste our time with things that are not working, or with the things that are making you feel unhappy, or with the things that we are just dragging and they didn't kind of turn out the way we wanted them to be. So there is a certain illusion also going to come to the surface, but this is going to be very important, and most certainly step towards the right direction, and something very significant is actually going to take place at the end of April. The end of April is going to be remarkable when it comes to the particular wish, when it comes to the particular dream, when it comes to the particular direction that you had, when it comes to some kind of stage of your life that you waited for quite a while, but then again you didn't think it's going to happen so soon. It's wonderful, but it's really to do with something that you wanted to do for such a long time, but it is just like part of the really big picture. And as I said, it's going to come with an element of surprise, but it's going to be absolutely wonderful, and I really, really like it. It's a fantastic opportunity at the end of the month. It's just going to take over, and it's going to bring you and give you the whole new sense of direction. I really, really like this indeed. Okay, what else I was going to recommend you? Dry sage, very important. Try to smudge your home, because when your spirituality is so powerful, when your spirituality is so enhanced, your intuition is like, ooh la la, very strong. You're connected to your dreams, you're connected to your subconscious mind, you're able to understand things from a completely different level, but then that just open you up psychically. So that helps you to understand so much that you wouldn't normally understand, But on another hand, it's just kind of get you like prone to certain spirits and certain energy around you, and that can drain you a little bit. So it's very, very important to actually do this. It's a bit of a yin-yang, so I would highly suggest you to smudge your home once in April if you possibly can. That way, close all the windows like a burned dry sage a little bit, put a sauce underneath because it's very messy, and go into every single room in the house and first close the windows. You can say a little prayer, you can say a little affirmation, you can call little angels, your spirit guides, whatever you feel. If you don't feel like calling anything or saying affirmation, that's it. You're not meant to do it. It's how you feel, okay? And then at the end, open the windows, and then as the smoke goes away, the negative energy goes away that was accumulated over the period of time. But also, if you feel a bit drained yourself over the next 2 days, it's important to say that you had a certain amount of negative energy in you, so it's quite good it worked on you as well. So 2 days later, you're going to feel super rejuvenated with a very beautiful and high radiance, around you, where people notice, ooh, you're so radiant, oh, it's my dry sage. Okay, so if you would like to buy dry sage, just check in the below. You will see basically the link below in the description section. You're going to see the link below. So by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now, my gorgeous ARINIES, I'm just going to check for those of you in relationship, look at this. It's powerful, very important stage. King of Coins, very important stage for those of you in relationship, because my lord, you're reaching a powerful dimension when it comes to your success, when it comes to your power, and when it comes to your accomplishment. This is going to come with an element of surprise, but you're both going to be primarily responsible for some kind of success, some kind of achievement. And this is so good because you are most certainly reaching a very, very, very strong stage, not only when it comes to relationship, but when it comes to making an absolutely mind-blowing decision. You're going to make a mind-blowing decision, my gorgeous ARINIES, this month, you and your partner, and this is going to be so good, and it's going to be brilliant and a step in the right direction. But it's to do with a new beginning, new start, creativity, something that you wanted to do for such a long time, but now you're going to realize, oh my god, we're going to be able to do this much sooner, and this is so brilliant, and it's to do with something that you both wanted to do as well. And there is a good news that you're both going to have, good news concerning somebody in your life, good news concerning some kind of, maybe like a child, maybe a family member, somebody that you were worrying about. You're most certainly going to have a good news about, and this is going to put a big smile on your face. As the couple, you're both going to benefit from an important opportunity this month indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen with ARINIES that are single and ready to mingy. My lord, look at this 4 of coins here. This is very important to say that this month is going to be very busy. This month is going to be very significant when it comes to your relationships. I already said that it's going to be quite powerful when it comes to existing relationship, your family, your friends, the return of someone very important. Not a lover, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, no baby, no, but the return of someone very important, like a very good friend, an old friend, for example, who is also going to give you an important advice, and that advice is also going to become an idea, and also that is going to inspire you so much, and it is most certainly going to be very relevant when it comes to the certain progress and certain process. I'm telling you this because the outcome is going to be wonderful, and there is something that is going to take place as well when you're going to be very happy with your own achievement, and that that is going to be the key when you will actually be very happy with this, and you are going to be excited, and you're going to be surrounded by the people, and there is someone very special, very significant that you are going to meet this month, my gorgeous Aries. But the thing is that that person is going to be confusing you a little bit. That person is going to like kind of giving you very much so like a mixed informations, like not mixed informations, no, you don't say that. Mixed informations, mixed signals, yeah, I suppose you can, but mixed signals, you know, you're going to be getting mixed signals because something is not going to kind of sit right, something is not going to be that right, and something you're going to need to work out about that person. There is nothing wrong with that person, there is nothing strange about that person, but it's just a process that it's going to take. It's going to make you feel slightly different, and your spirit guide, your spirituality is going to make you work in a slightly different way, from a slightly different angle. So therefore you're going to start to get to know this person differently, in a different way, from a slightly different angle. It's going to be very interesting in particular, because it is going to make you feel like this is going to be the beginning of a quite important progress and process in your life when it comes to somebody coming into your life. But it's going to be wonderful the way things are going to happen, the way things are going to unfold and develop. The bottom line is, yes, you will meet someone, but it's just going to be like a one step at a time. An interesting progress and process is going to take step, but you will see exactly why did it happen in this way. But yes, this is a very powerful person, very special person, very beautiful person who is about to enter your life, my gorgeous Aries, at the moment in time when you're least expected. These are going to be mixed little messages and signals, but you're going to like it because it's going to be quite good little game at the same time, and you needed this Vavumish vibration. You're going to like it because this person is right, and this person is going to help you to feel the happiness and excitement again, because it's going to come from deep within, but it's also going to be a very vibrant moment in time when it comes to your life. So you will know that this person is going to have a very, very optimistic influence on you, and this is going to be quite powerful indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I wish you a happy birthday. I love you all so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you, Aries. Aries, bye.